Hi guys, welcome back to Alone in a Basement. This one is gonna be short and sweet. I'm gonna try doing a little segment here and there where we do AI-generated horror stories. I'm using GPT with some simple prompts and get a couple of decent stories out of it. This one will just be one. It's a fun little story. I had to get pretty creative with prompts to make it all work properly. But let me know if you like this idea. If not, if everybody hates it, I'll stop doing it, but it's kind of fun. And also because I'm a new narrator, it's very difficult to get good quality stories, to get authors to give me permission to try to bring their stories to life. So I figured this might be a fun way to work around that. Anyway, hope you enjoy. See how good these freaking robots are. Horror. Echoes in the Void by Robots. In the aftermath of the cataclysm, the world lay in ruins, a wasteland where the sun dared not shine and the air hung heavy with despair. Humanity's remnants struggled to survive amidst the decaying remnants of civilization, their once proud cities reduced to nothing but rubble and ash. Among them was Mara, a solitary figure who roamed the desolate landscape, haunted by the memories of a lost world. As the sun dipped below the horizon, casting long shadows across the broken cityscape, Mara ventured forth into the darkness. Her footsteps echoed hollowly against the cracked pavement, a lonely rhythm in a world devoid of life. She moved with purpose, her eyes scanning the ruins for any signs of salvageable supplies. But as she delved deeper into the heart of the city, Mara felt a chill creep into her bones, a sense of unease that she couldn't shake. Whispers drifted through the air, faint and indistinct at first, but growing louder with each passing moment. They seemed to emanate from the very walls themselves, a siren call luring her even deeper into the abyss. Ignoring the warning bells ringing in her mind, Mara pressed on, driven by a desperate need to find food and shelter. Yet as she rounded a corner and stumbled upon the remains of an ancient laboratory, she knew that she had stumbled upon something far more sinister than mere whispers in the dark. The laboratory loomed before her, its crumbling walls adorned with cryptic symbols that seemed to pulse with an otherworldly energy. In the center of the room stood a massive machine, its metallic form bathed in an eerie glow that sent shivers down Mara's spine. She approached cautiously, her heart pounding in her chest, and reached out to touch the cold metallic surface. In an instant, the machine sprang to life, red eyes blazing with malevolent intent. Mara staggered back in shock as a voice echoed within her mind, ancient and terrible. It spoke of experiments long forgotten, of a gateway to a realm beyond comprehension, and it spoke of power beyond imagination, for those brave enough to seize it. Unable to resist the allure of the machine's promise, Mara allowed herself to be consumed by its power. In a blinding flash of light, she felt herself torn from the world she knew, hurtling through the void towards a realm of darkness and despair. When Mara finally awoke, she found herself adrift in a nightmarish landscape, where the very fabric of reality seemed to warp and twist around her. The air was thick with the stench of decay, and strange, otherworldly creatures lurked in the shadows, their eyes burning with hunger. As Mara wandered through the twisted corridors of this nightmare realm, she encountered other lost souls, their minds shattered by the horrors they had witnessed. They spoke in hushed tones of a present that dwelled in the darkness, a malevolent force that fed on their fears and desires. Determined to find a way out of this hellish labyrinth, Mara pressed on, her sanity hanging by a thread. But with each passing moment, the whispers grew louder, more insistent, until they threatened to drown out her very thoughts. And then, in the depths of despair, Mara saw it, a glimmer of hope amidst the darkness. A faint light beckoned to her from the end of a long, winding corridor. promising salvation for those brave enough to reach out and seize it. Summoning every last ounce of strength, Mara forged ahead, her heart pounding in her chest. And as she drew closer to the light, she realized the truth. This was not salvation, but damnation incarnate, a trap laid by the very entity that had brought her to this place. But it was too late to turn back now. With a cry of defiance, Mara hurled herself towards the light, plunging headlong into the abyss. And in that moment, she felt herself torn from the darkness, ripped from the clutches of the void, and cast back into the ruins of the city. Gasping for breath, Mara stumbled to her feet, her body battered and bruised, but her spirit unbroken. For though she had escaped the nightmare, she knew that the horrors of the past would never truly be forgotten. And as she gazed out upon the desolate landscape, she realized that she was no longer alone. For in the shadows, the whispers still lingered, their voices growing louder with each passing moment. And as Mara looked upon the ruins of humanity's once great civilization, she knew that she would never truly be free from the darkness that consumed her. And so, with a heavy heart, Mara set out once more into the wasteland, her footsteps echoing against the broken pavement as she disappeared into the night, forever haunted by the echoes of the void. Alright guys, well that was a fun little story, so obviously it's missing a lot of descriptions, there's a lot missed, there's a lot to be desired from what ChatGPT did there, but I like the overall concept. I don't know, it's a fun little story. Let me know what you guys think. I'll be hanging out in the comments, and let me know if you liked it, or if you hated it, and if you want me to stop. Either way.